Let's see what happens to Stinky. Ah! Hello guys and girls, and welcome to the next episode of Everything New in Oxygen Not Included. This is the Cosmic Upgrade. Why is it called the Cosmic Upgrade? Because we now have access to the cosmos. Look at that. We can now get above the surface of our asteroid and head up into space. Not too far. There's like an invisible barrier up there. It's a neutral zone. We can't go any further than that. But there's new materials, new buildings, new game mechanics, all sorts of stuff that we are going to go through. If you're enjoying this video, hit subscribe, hit the little icon as well to be notified, the little bell, so you know when the next video is out. We always do an Everything New every time there's a new upgrade and go through all the things, and that is what we are going to do today. So let us check out some of the new machines and some of the interesting changes to some of the machines that we already have. So we'll start over here. These are new building blocks, which you can get over here in the base tab. At the moment, this is a preview version, so some of the graphics have not been changed. They will change, I'm sure, over the next week and 6 days before this is released to the main Steam branch. So the first one you have here is a bunker tile. And if you read that down there, it says can be used as floor and wall tile to build rooms, withstands extreme pressures and impacts. Now, we haven't had any happen yet, but you will get asteroids appearing down here. So we'll try and keep our eye open for some of those during the recording of the game. But yeah, we're definitely going to be wanting to use these bunker tiles when we're outside. I'm assuming they won't look like glass, which is what the next one is. But we'll come to that. Let's go back to bunker tile. There it is. So this can be made with all of the refined metals and steel, which is a new one, which we will come to in a moment. Then we've got next on the list the window tile. It looks like plastic here, but that will change, I'm sure. But I'm sure this is what it's going to look like. And that will actually let light through and decor through, which is worth keeping in mind. So we'll come back to why that could be important in a few moments. Then we also have the bunker door over here. Again, these can be, let's just close that down. These can be automated, as always, and powered as well. It actually takes quite a lot of power, the bunker door, 480 watts. And it blocks liquid and gas flow, maintaining pressure between areas. I'm not sure how true that is, because all the doors say that, but they don't. As soon as the door opens, it lets everything through. So in my mind, you know, an airlock, you'd step in, it'd keep everything in, you'd step out anyway. But that's the way that it will work the same as the other doors. But it's pretty big. It's taller than your normal door sizes. There we go, twice as big. And you could even use those for a roof if you wanted to automatically open and close. Again, we'll come back to why that'll be handy. And they're made from all of the refined metals and steel. Then we have a slight change to the mechanized airlock. This is why I put that there. Still the same door, but that will open quicker if it's powered and slower if it's unpowered, which is something I think it should have been in the game before they possibly forgot about it. Then we're on to solar panels. We have this temporary picture here of the solar panel. Let's go into power and check that out. So this converts sunlight into electrical power. And now we know we have the light overlay, but now we get a bit more information about what light we've got. If we can skip through back to the day again, we'll suddenly see it will go from being very dark to very light. Here we go. Once this gets to the end. And that will produce for us 220 watts of power. So not a huge amount of power. I mean, a cold gen... Oh, there we go. Look. Suddenly all this is lighting up on the light overlay. There we go. So this is now light. Let's just slow that down a minute. And it gives you a lux rating. So that's increasing. 4,000. And the more that is, the more power this will give you. So we could just very quickly set up a battery next to this. There we go, and we can see the power bar in the middle is going up, and these panels on the side are glowing, and that's going to be directly affected by how much light there is. And obviously at night time there is no light, and during the day there is light. So that's quickly filling up that battery, but it's only, I mean, that's producing at the moment 70 watts. So even though it says there's a max there of 200 and whatever it was, 220, it's not going to do that all the time. So worth keeping in mind. I foresee lots of solar arrays coming up. These are made out of glass, which is a new material that we will come to. They also produce a lot of heat, so 45 watts of heat, worth keeping that in mind. Very good. So that's a new item. We have another new item, the egg cracker. How often were you annoyed that you couldn't set certain eggs to be made into food and certain other eggs to not be made into food? And now we have the egg cracker, and you can pick all your different types of egg and turn it into a raw egg, which I would then assume would go into the electric grill. Can you not move me over? There we go. Let's have a quick look at the electric grill, and I bet that's changed as well. Omelette. There we go. Takes a raw egg. So we're not just cooking eggs straight into food. We're now taking raw eggs and turning them into omelettes, which is a new type of food, which is good. Oh, you've made a mess. I do apologise. We've got nothing built for those guys, so they're going to complain. So that's good. So now you can turn some into raw eggs, and you can keep the other eggs for ones that you want to turn into animals and hatch them out. So that is very, very handy. Let's just pop out. There we go. So we get the raw eggs there. And we've got this little one symbol there. Can you see that? So let's clear up these eggs that we've got. If I get them to sweep, no, they won't sweep. But you see that little cog? That is actually an eggshell. You can see it says eggshell, unreachable. Remember that? We will come back to the eggshell. There is so much that's been added. We now have the kiln. Oh, by the way, the egg cracker is just made from copper ore. That's not too expensive. Ah, colony has been lost. Let's dismiss and carry on. That's fine. I've just put the dupes out of their misery. Don't worry about it. We now have a kiln, which is made out of copper ore. Now, this will take coal and turn it into carbon, and take, what's that take there? Clay, and turn it into ceramic. So that's quite interesting. It's a one-to-one change from one to the other. Ceramic is a good insulator, and refined carbon is used in some recipes, which we will get to when we look at our rock granulator. Haha, here we go. So, crushed eggshell. Do you remember the crushed eggshell we got from the egg cracker? That can be now turned into lime. We can also crush ceramic into sand. What's that? Sandstone into sand. So this has been updated to make it a lot easier to see what we're doing as well. There we go. So once you have your eggshells crushed into lime with the rock granulator, so this now definitely has a use, even if you have a metal refinery, because there's different recipes in each now, as we can see. You can now make steel, pure steel from iron, but it also needs iron, refined carbon, and lime, and then that will give you steel. So, yes, that's where we're going to need the kiln to make the refined carbon, and we're going to need this to turn the eggshells into lime, and then we're going to need this to turn that plus iron into steel to make some of these heavy items. So, yeah, excellent. A nice little thing, nice little production chain to go down there. Now, I clicked on the glass forge as well. This is made from ceramic, so you're going to be making your ceramic in the kiln. Here we go. Turning your clay into ceramic to make a glass forge. This is under the refinement, I believe. Oh, the kiln, by the way, doesn't require any power, so that's quite good. The glass forge takes 1.2 kilowatts, so that's a pretty big thing, and it outputs the glass as a liquid, and the liquid is super hot. But yes, it will take all these different resources here to be made from, but that will take molten glass made from sand, and we'll set something up with that in a moment so we can see that working. We've seen the changes on there, and then finally the new items, we have the Meteor scanners, which I believe are under stations, utilities, automation. That's where they are. There we go. Meteor scanner. They take 120 watts, so not too bad. They're made from your refined metals, and they will scan for meteors. And then when you have these set up, let's have a look. Let's put some automation wires and power onto these things. There we go. And they move into position when you have power, and they will start scanning the heavens for falling meteorites. And we can make a network. Now, the effectiveness of the network is better if these are spread out. It's 7% effectiveness right now. We'll detect meteor showers 14 seconds to 200 seconds before they strike. Add more detectors and ensure they're each scanning effectively for best results. So we want to increase the dish quality as much as possible. It's interfered with by nearby heavy machinery, as you can see it says there, or rock or tiles obstructing a wide view of the sky. So at the minute that's at 20%. If we decided just to build some tiles over the top, that's down to 0%, which would totally make sense, wouldn't it? Let's break those up. Ping! Bing! There we go. Back to 20%. If we destroyed this one... Dish quality, 100%. There we go. Still 17% on the network. So if we put one over here, nice and far away... There we go. We'll hook that up with some power. Zippity-doo-dah. There we go. They're both going again. And let's check what that is. Ah, no power. Well, it was going to happen because we're running off of a solar panel that doesn't have much energy. There we go. So I've got a little power system set up. So detector network quality is now 33%. So you can automate these as well, which is very good. So if we set up an automation wire, we're just going to run that one through there. There we go. And then if we put one of our new bunker doors here, it'd be interesting to see which way around these work. So let's grab an automation wire and connect that to there. Oh, and look at that. When the bunker door opens, it opens extremely slowly. I mean, that's on fast speed now. So it is like a proper bunker door. Look at that. And alert, surface breach. Oh no! All the oxygen's being sucked out. Did you hear the music? Did you hear the music? New music. When you break through to the surface, the region is extremely inhospitable and I could easily lose resources to the vacuum of space. Yeah. Poor dupes. The oxygen has been sucked out. I don't know quite how because this was in an enclosed room, but I'm assuming the rock that's here doesn't necessarily hold the gas in. I mean, we've got the pipe going up there, but anyway, you've got to be careful. If you open things up to the vacuum of space, you will lose what you've put in there. Gases, liquids, whatever. So pretty good if you want to get rid of stuff. Not so good if you don't want to get rid of stuff. So anyway, coming back to this automatic door, you could then put underneath here a solar panel. There we go. Does that fit under there? Yeah, perfectly. There we go. And that is getting the light coming through. Yeah. And then if at any point this detects an asteroid, it can close the door and protect your solar panel. I'm wondering whether we're going to get any asteroids come along at any moment. What is the matter with this here? It's got this little symbol. No, I think that's okay. I don't know what that symbol means, but let's see what it says. Dish quality. Oh, 60%. Ah, because this is nearby. Yes, so you need to really think about how you set up your systems here. Let's see if we can wait and have an asteroid come along. Oh, something else that's been added are these floating things here. I don't think you can interact with them, but that looks like that's passing by in the background. Are perhaps we living on an asteroid that broke off a part of that planet that's going past there? Maybe we are. Who knows? Oh, I think we might have a meteor coming in. Oh, here we go. A meteor shower. Look at that. Did you see that come crashing in? I suddenly noticed the door was shut and these are all facing up this direction here. And yeah, we've got a mini meteorite shower happening. So this is going to start damaging things. This door has been closed. Oh, there's another one. Oh, so I don't think the mini ones do anything. They just seem to sort of go through in the background there. But it's the large ones you want to watch out for. Let's just zoom out a bit. Oh, here it comes. Look at that. Good grief. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. You can see that is totally destroyed. That thing there. There's another one coming over here. Oh, my goodness me. Look at that. And it has some metals built into it as well. I need to get a screenshot of that. So let's see what that outputs when it lands. Is it this item here? Missing string elements regolith. So I'm assuming now there's going to be something under there. Let's just dig that out and see. I don't know where that went. But it definitely had an item hidden inside it. Maybe that was it. There it is. Look, iron. So they're dropping... Oh, it's broken that. Oh, my goodness me. Totally broken that. And this thing now here is all covered up. There we go. So it shot these... Oh, there we go. Look, we can see the you can see the eggshells now. Look like cogs at the moment. So now we can see how that works. And I did put a knock gate in there in the end so it could shut the door when they come. So you could build something to protect your machinery, particularly the solar panels that need access to the light to open and close automatically. And as long as you've got this set up well, it'll give enough warning before they come to shut the door, which as you saw it did. And yeah, that has been reasonably well protected. It could still hit at the sides, obviously. Whoa! So has it destroyed that item that was there? It has. So it will destroy items left on on the ground. Pretty cool. I'm liking that. So when you get to the surface, not only have you now got to have exosuits, you've got to have the right metals and things to make the stuff to give you protection when you get out there. You could lose dupes in the process if you're not careful. But they died for the colony, and you've got to protect your stuff. This is really cool. I can foresee some really cool looking bases being made on the surface of our asteroid. This is going on for ages, isn't it? This, let's zoom out. Maybe that's the... Whoa, there's another one. I was going to say maybe that's the end of it, but I don't think it is. Do you know what I want to do? There we go. I want to set this up for a screenshot. Can I pause and unpause this quick enough to get that next to here and to get a cool picture? Oh my goodness me. It's about to... Oh, look at that. That is pretty good. And then all we got to do is put a dupe in there. Here you go. A little insight in what we do when we're creating thumbnails. The dupe is going to go there. Oh, Stinky! Oh, that's like the perfect spot, isn't it? Let's just get... Let's see what happens to Stinky. Ah! Oh, that's even better. Screenshot. Ah! Poor Stinky. Oh, my goodness me. There we go. Right. Also, while you're up on the surface here, your dupes can get effects added to them, including, obviously, intensely bright. So... exposure to the sun for too long, they will get sunburn and I think baking and burning are the two different things that you can get. Also, he's holding his breath. There's no air up here, so he's not going to last very long, and it is freezing cold. Stinky, I do apologise, but there's not much more we can do about you. Can I, like, wrangle you into somewhere? Can I move you all the way down here? Where's our home base? And plop you somewhere safe. Doesn't look very nice, does it? No, I can't. Well, never mind, I tried. So while this meteor shower is going on, another change I forgot to mention, I put the critter drop-off item here, which this is going to absolutely revolutionise looking after your critters, because one of the micromanaging things, which is a real pain in the neck, oh, that wasn't protected. Oh dear, let's just dig that out again. That didn't seem to get damaged though, did it? So, never mind. Was the fact if you got too many critters in one room, you had to keep looking at the room overlay, hovering over, see how many critters were in your stable, moving them around. Now, with the critter drop-off, you've got auto-wrangle access critters and the max critters that you want in a room. So, if you want 9, I think is the amount you want in there, and then auto-wrangle any over the top of that, and it will automatically take them out and drop them off at another critter drop-off. So you can set up a separate room, and then when that fills up, you can set up a next room, and it will just automatically move them on, which I think is a great addition. Oh, Bert, where have you come from? Probably helping me with screenshots. We shall see. But yeah, I think this is an absolutely amazing addition to the game. Getting to the surface. Oh, he's cleaning up. Well done, Bert. With his last couple of dying breaths. Whoa, he's going to clean up things around the place. Will we survive the meteor strike? Oh my goodness me. So what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favourite thing that's been added to this game? I'm really looking forward to starting a brand new colony with this when it comes out in about a week. We're going to wait because normally there's a few bugs and things that need to be changed and iron out and that sort of thing. And before we finish, we wanted to see the output from the glass machine, didn't we? So let me quickly set up that. Okay, just set up a simple automation thing here. There we go. We turn that on, the sand's going to get picked up off the floor. Thank you very much. And filling up this. So if we actually put that down to a 1, the sand should go into there as that's set to a 5. And then we'll set this to continuous. There we go. And that should be pumping out. There we go. We may not even have to put the sand in. This might just make it anyway. But this is coming out here, molten glass at 1,468 degrees. Oh my goodness me. Oh, hang on, before it drops into here, let's clear that out. There we go. So we are now going to get in here. Let's speed this up a bit. Is that going to make it on continuous? I think so. Or we just like add a load in. There we go. Let's just add a load in. Thank you very much. Because we're in debug mode, we can do that. And I don't know whether that's surviving the temperature. It's going... Oh, I tell you what it is. Because this is a vacuum, at the moment, vacuums just completely destroy any gas or liquids added into them. If we just fill that, let us close this room in. So I'm going to just do this, because as we saw a minute ago, even something that wasn't open to the surface could lose its oxygen, and then we're going to flood that with oxygen. There we go, oxygen gas. Let's just fill that. So that is now filled with oxygen. So this should start dripping into there and surviving. For some reason it isn't. Well, oh, that's still a vacuum down there. Vacuum. Yeah, so obviously there's still bugs in this because it's managed to completely remove all the oxygen even though it's all closed in. There we go. It's a preview version. There are things to be fixed, but there's definitely great hope for this update, the Cosmic update. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this. Don't forget, leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite, and hit the big B with a T stain to subscribe for more oxygen not included. We'll be starting a brand new base with this, hopefully with less dead duplicants when we get to the surface. That is the plan. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.